To access the tutorials files, we'll go to the browser and we'll open COMSOL application gallery. Okay, in this gallery, we are going to specify that we are looking for the battery tutorials. Okay, now we have a list of tutorials that are specifically for the batteries. Personally, I do not recommend you start with any tutorial that combine both thermal and electrochemical simulation. At the beginning, just start with the electrochemical one. Okay, so just to give you an example, let's say we are going to do this tutorial. Okay, so to access the files, you will need to click into the download the application files and make sure you are clicking and you are using only the COMSOL 5.6 files. As you can see, there are different files here. The main one is going to be this one with the .pdf file. So we are going to open it. Now we have the file. The file usually starts with a general explanation and description about the problem and the simulation with a basic assumption and some of the given information for the simulation. Then you will be able to see some figures, and these figures, usually these are the final outcome after completing this tutorial. After these figures, now you will be able to start the modeling instructions. Okay, so the instructions will start from here. So it is a step-by-step instruction, and it will go all the way until the end of the document. Okay, and if you completed the tutorial, you will have the same figures as the one that were presented at the beginning of the document. Okay, now going back to this page, you can see that there are multiple files here. Usually files that ends with .txt, which is text files. These files will be needed during the simulation. So let's say we're going to use this file, which has the load cycle for the battery. Now, this file, we need to save it to be able to use it in COMSOL. So we're going to save it, and we'll save it in the desktop. Like that. So now we have it ready in the desktop. So whenever we need it in COMSOL, we'll be able to have it here. The PowerPoint file, that's something you will likely not need it unless you want to get some information, and that's fine. Then the last one, which you will usually see, which is the .mph file. This is the COMSOL file. So that means if you completed the tutorial correctly, you will be able to have exactly the same file which I'm downloading now. So if I'm opening this file and I just simply click run, I will have the final figures correctly. Okay, so it is basically a way to check your progress or your answer or if you are following the instructions correctly or no. So I'm going to open it just for you to check. Now I have the file. I can simply click compute, and I'll be able to generate the exact results. Okay, and they are mostly ready, as you can see here. There's another way to access this COMSOL file. So using the application library. Using the application library, we can see the available or some of the available tutorials or COMSOL files. So if we go to the battery design model, lithium-ion batteries, and now we have a kind of a list of these files. So I can just simply open it. Now I have the file, but without the graphs. I'll need to compute in that case. Then I will have I'll need to compute. In that case, I will have the final figures as well. There is an important note I would like you to keep in mind, which is when you are saving the COMSOL files. Okay, so when you save a file, okay, you will not overwrite the COMSOL library application. Anyway, so make sure you save your file in your OneDrive. Okay, because once you log out from this PC, all of your files will be deleted. So make sure all of your COMSOL files are saved in your OneDrive so you can access them. Okay, so in the meantime, I will just save it in the desktop. But in your case, I highly recommend you guys to save it in your OneDrive so you can use it again later.